Okay, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. I only started this channel on Saturday, which was really technically 2 days ago now, day before New Year's Eve. Today is now New Year's Day by a few hours, so Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you enjoyed your New Year's Eve celebrations. I know I have been enjoying the lead up to my New Year's Eve celebrations every year annually. I have been having these personal box breaks, unrecorded, just usually in the privacy of my home, my patio. Once everything has sort of died down in terms of celebrations and I have a bit of peace and quiet to myself, I turn on Triple J or my Spotify music and get my range of assorted alcohol beverages, and just have my table all set up to enjoy my I guess year's collection of various boxes to break. However, this year 2023-2024, I thought I'd just share that experience now to anyone and everyone who's interested in Jordan card hunting, particularly inserts, but any Jordan cards really. This weekend leading up to New Year's Eve, I've been working my way from low end to the high end boxes that I started to pick up through the year, and have just finished a video uploading this particular box, 1998 1999 Series 1 NBA Skybox NBA hoops, but the retail version. Retail is still a very good box to obtain if you can find it, because you can still pull the BAMS insert out of 250. When you see the video, once it gets uploaded, you'll notice I didn't pull the BAMS insert. A very valuable card of any player that you happen to if you're lucky enough to get a BAMS insert, particularly of a Jordan. It's a very valuable card, several thousands of dollars. But you can also pull the Prime Twines, which I was lucky enough to do, of Jordan's Bulls teammate Dennis Rodman, numbered out of 500. So I was very happy to have pulled that one. Very delicate die cut card. So you can still get this these inserts in this hobby box, but importantly, in the hobby box, and why you pay a bit more for it, is that you can get the parallel version of the BAMS, simply named Slam BAMS, but it is numbered even less than 250. It's numbered out of 100. So you can see here, it's numbered out of 100, and it is a very valuable card to get, again, of any player, but especially more so if you happen to get the Michael Jordan. So this is it's a heavy box, a lot heavier than the retail box, which is about half the size. But yeah, you can get pretty much the same cards that you get in the retail. So that's why I kind of felt that the retail was a pretty good value box to get, because you get literally every single one of these cards except the Slam BAM. And really, the autographics, they're nice to get because they are hard copy or on-card autos in the 90s, which is pretty rare. No sticker business, yeah, of various players, but the checklist for the autographics, like, it doesn't have a Kobe Bryant or a Michael Jordan, which would have elevated the value of the autographics in the search for the autographics by a lot. And it is hard to get, though. It's one out of 144 packs, and I did happen to get one of Theo Ratcliffe. Not worth very much though, but it is a big checklist, and the checklist isn't that great, so I don't know whether it's worth really chasing. But yeah, you definitely want to get the Slam Bams out of 100. It's a hobby exclusive. Alright, so because I have just finished the retail box opening of this, and it's on a separate video, I'm not going to spend hopefully as long talking about the cards as I did in the retail video of this, because I'm pretty much doing the same thing again, all over again, but hoping to get a Slam Bam or even a normal Bam insert, because it is a hobby box. I hope that in this instance the sticking issues that I got from the retail box opening video don't carry on to this one. I did get this hobby box a lot earlier than I did get the retail box, which only arrived at home a few days ago, so I only was able to put the retail box into the fridge to try to avoid sticking for only a few days, whereas this, I'm pretty sure I've had this in the fridge for about 2 weeks, maybe more. So I'm hoping that really helps avoid sticking issues, but no guarantees. And yeah, I'm gonna get stuck into this. And it is a much bigger box, so I assume there'll be even more cards than were in the retail box, which is 24 packs. And that actually took a while. That was just over an hour long video. So it took a while. I hope that this box of 36 packs takes as long as the retail box opening and not any longer, because we're looking at an extra 12 packs, which is fun. But it might not be fun for people watching this video who don't have, you know, an hour and a half to spend. So that's how it looks like if you've never seen a hobby box of this presented in the box itself. It's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. And yeah, the Slam Bam insert, it's going to be hectic if we can get that, or even just a normal Bam one. So let's go. Last time I did just, you know, take out a whole bunch of packs, and I'm gonna kind of do the same, but I'm just going to take a stack from one of the pockets and just yeah, work on that one, and then work my way through each of the quadrants. A lot of inserts in this particular Skybox set that happen to be numbered, so that's also really quite a nice thing to know. But there's also a lot of cards I'm going to get a significant amount of double ups, so if I do rush through, I apologize. Just watch the last video. I'm just going to try to figure out how I do this now, knowing that. And yes, I shall just go and get stuck into it. Oof, wow, this is really a lot more brick than the last one. Wow, man, that's some significant bricking. Damn, that's really bad. Oof, that's a shocker. That does not bode well, friends. Oh my gosh, this is really badly bricked. That is so solid in the middle. Jeez. Not gonna be... Whew. Wow, I don't know how well this was maintained prior to me obtaining it. But wow, that's some significant bricking. That's not a nice feeling. Quite an expensive box. Let's just do the best that we can. Wow. Jeez. Oh, this is going to be really quite awful to watch, and even worse to... Wow, look at that, everyone. That's some really bad sticking bricking. Whew. This is quite sad. That's like literally just absolutely stuck on. Wow. Whew. Look how much I've had to bend this just to get it unstuck. These are not salvageable whatsoever. This is really sad. I really hope it's not the case for every one of these cards in here. Wow, that's a shocker. That's probably one of the worst pack openings I've ever experienced. So literally you just throw these straight in the bin. There is no point holding those cards. Oh. Jeez, these are so badly bricked. These are just horrendously bricked. I've been pretty lucky up to date. Wow, look at that. That's a shocker. This is so hard. Can you... That's not hollow whatsoever. It feels so solid. Oh wow, this whole box could be a complete write-off. Jeez. Whew. This is not nice. This is like a nightmare. This is not recoverable whatsoever. Whew. I feel like this has just been, this whole box has just been, wow, stored in maybe the worst possible way for the longest possible time. Zero salvageable value whatsoever. Might have to make an executive decision here and just abort this potentially. There's just no loose cards, card feeling whatsoever. Ooh. Jeez, man, how this could happen is just next level sadness, man. Just I just don't know how someone could have this sort of box. Look, there's a Jordan Pump Up the Jam, but it's just messed up, man. And the front's probably the most important part. And it's probably going to be completely ruined. Oh, this is sad. So sad. Ah, jeez, look at that. Jordan Pump Up the Jam is meant to be a beautiful card. The last retail box of this was, I had 90% of the Pump Up the Jam cards come out just perfectly. Not like this. You kind of just can't help but feel a bit, angry, disappointed, because you do spend a bit of money on these boxes, and you know that they do come with an element of risk, yes, but how do you assess that? How do you assess that it's going to be the case with the box that you get? I wonder if it gets better the further you go into the box, because the ones at the top just seem like you can feel it. They just seem so so hard. I'm just gonna go into that quadrant that I started doing these, pulling out, and I'm just going to try and test that theory and see whether the ones at the bottom maybe, jeez man, just as badly bricked. I feel like I should just write this off and forget about it, and maybe go to my next box, which is my next and last box, which is the Fleer Tradition 1998. Because that's the Playmakers Theatre box that is a big time chase. But so was this box with the Slam Bam. That was meant to be a big time chase, and just the thought of pulling a Slam Bam out of this type of box that's bricked to the max, it just feels wrong. Unfortunately, it's just going to be something that's just left down to the ages. It was a sealed box, so you couldn't blame the seller for sure, because this was purchased in Australia, and obviously these aren't manufactured in Australia. Super unlikely that, these would have been sitting somewhere horrid in America somewhere, just gathering tons of heat that just melted the glue and destroyed the cards. I'm better off just making an executive decision and just calling it a day with this box. And oh, look at that, it's another Jordan card that's just been completely wasted, unfortunately. Look at that. Have you ever had this happen to you before? I think I've only had this happen to me once before with a really bricked low-end Fleer 93, 94 or something like that, and didn't bother me so much then because it was a cheap box, and it was a cheap box, you know, so this was not a cheap box, and this had a lot more to gain. Oh, I feel like I'm just gonna call it quits after I've gone through this stack, and then I'm just gonna put it up for sale, the rest of the packs, and just say, look, these are likely to be very bricked packs, so buyer beware. Now that I've opened it and I know what at least one quadrant is like, it's probably going to be the same, right, for the rest of them. Like you couldn't imagine that they're going to get any better. Literally nothing is in good condition. So yeah, that's the nature of 90s cards. High risk, high reward. Sometimes it feels like the risk is a lot more than the reward, or at least the risk you experience it a lot quicker. Going a bit quiet at the moment. Oh, Kobe shoutouts. Look, lucky I got these cards in the last box. Another. So I've had the Kobe shoutouts, the Jordan Pump Up the Jam, Jordan shoutout, and all of them just absolutely ruined. Yeah, I'm flawed, everyone. Absolutely flawed. This is like a nightmare. Look, I could take opening up this box and, you know, pulling absolutely zero quality cards, like no great inserts or, you know, like that. That I can, you know, I can take, right? But this is like, you're not even given a chance to enjoy the chase, because just every card just is already one step towards being decided upon, you know, like in terms of its worth, because the condition has just been it's just been the most deciding factor of these cards. Was not expecting this, you know. I'd only just opened up the retail box of this, and that was really pleasant. That was really pleasant, opening up that box. So yeah, that quadrant had no key inserts anyway. But it did have key players: Jordan, Kobe. Jeez, just look at that. That is a horrible feeling to have to do. This is not making for great viewing, people. So that's it. I'm just gonna call it quits, and chuck these in the bin. Literally a write-off. Unfortunately. Yeah, because that's just not pleasant at all to experience. So sorry about that, ladies and gents. I don't think I'm going to be opening any of these packs up because the bricking is just next level, and I don't know if I can go through that through to the end. For what gain? Because whatever card or good card that comes out of it is going to be ruined probably. So got these out of the packs in the quadrant that I pulled, and you know, nice cards, but they're so ruined. You couldn't even give these away. Who's gonna want that? So yeah, I'm gonna call it quits, and I'm gonna get onto the next box, which is the Flair Tradition, and hopefully experience a much better pack opening, condition wise, bricking wise, and wrap this New Year's Eve off in a positive way. All right, thank you and goodbye.